Core is a set of high-quality academic standards in mathematics and ELA. These learning goals outline what a student should know and be able to do at the end of each grade.
A policy problem can be understood only as one knows its history and current posture, its implications for the wider social scene, and the normative standards by which its resolution can be directed. This was once said by Ralph Ketchum. This quote holds truth in regards to the topic of the Common Core. The Common Core is a public policy in which many examine as an issue in our society. From teachers to students to parents to community members, many opinions vary, but majority point to the Common Core as an issue. We decided to go out and retrieve some of these opinions with OCS teachers. Here's what they had to say.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
All right, the Common Core standards, how they impact and affect teachers. I think the main thing is when curriculum changes, teachers have to revisit what curriculum they've taught and what curriculum they haven't taught and try to blend their own curriculum to follow the new standards.
I think it affects teaching in a way that we have to adjust what we expect of the kids. In social studies, the big change is we used to just answer what, how questions, where, and now the new standards we have to answer the question why things happen, which is kind of difficult.
So how do the Common Core state standards impact and affect teachers? There's a large impact on the average teacher in New York State. I know for sure, being an 8th grade an ELA teacher, my entire curriculum is impacted. The standards themselves are not a curriculum per se, but they affect obviously how you're planning your curriculum. They are holding students to a higher level, and so your curriculum really has to be adjusted to get kids there. And so really the impact and the effect on me is that I had to redesign my entire curriculum.
I think the process is different to create common standards because they really wanted, when they created these Common Core, is that every state has the same amount of standards or have the same type of standards. Before you would, if students were moving to a different state, they would have a new set of different standards. So this, hence the name Common, they would want common standards from state to state.
Common Core seems different to me. I've been teaching for 22 years, and before, any of the standards seemed to be state standards. Common Core seems to be for the whole United States, so it's a national standard. So in that sense, it's different, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is what it is, and that's the big change.
What does the Common Core standards mean for students? I think they think it's harder, more difficult, more reading, I've heard, and more intense.
Common Core social studies for students, it means that students have to go beyond knowing facts, knowing what happened, how it happened, and where it happened. Students have to try to explain why something happened. And like anything, the why question is the most difficult. So it'll be more challenging for students, but I think if we teach kids at an early age to answer the why question, they'll have less difficulty as they get older.
So what do Common Core standards mean for students? Really, for my students, it means that we're saying goodbye to some old favorites in class. Some of the literature that we've been reading has kind of been deemed a little bit too easy. And the works that we're reading now in English class are more challenging. So class really, it's about stretching kids to really see where they can go. And so kids are finding that they're being asked to do, more demanding work, more higher level thinking. It's not just enough to be able to go back in answer questions and find the answer in a text. You really have to then find, the information for the text, think about it, use your experience and your background knowledge, make an inference about it, and then be able to write about it. So there's definitely like a higher level of thinking involved.